All right. I just want to say rumors of my demise have been greatly exaggerated. How's it going? How's it going, everyone? Welcome to another episode of Rants About Tech Live for this May 30th. We have flown through May. It's the end of May already. Tomorrow's April. Well, May, June. It's June. Jesus. Tomorrow's June already. We're in full summer swing. This is prime one wheel season right here. I gotta say, this is definitely prime. I'm not. You can't hear me. Oh yeah, you can. This is prime one wheel season right here. Prime one wheel season. I haven't been enjoying it though, so I've just been working. I've been working. I'm glad you guys are here with me today. I appreciate you being here. Thank you for the chat crew that's already in the chat. Thank you, Mr. Mita, for showing up and being first in the chat here. I've been MIA. I've been MIA, and we're going to talk about that today. We're going to talk about a couple things today, and me being MIA is one of them. Sometimes, not all the time, but sometimes when I need to get something done, I have to just put my head down and go full steam ahead. I got to get in full grind mode. Some might say full hustle mode. Sometimes my brain can't focus on a lot of things at once sometimes. And so I just got to say, okay, if it's creative thinking I need to do, put your head down, get it done. So a lot of creative thinking went down. A lot of things got done, namely the site. So if you've been to the site, what's going on, Max? Max, I got to holler at you. I got a project for you, Max. It's exciting. I'm super excited. I'm glad to see you here. That reminded me, I need to reach out to you through email. I got your email, so I'll reach out. Super excited about this project though. But so I've been working on the website. So rantsaboutTech.com. If you've been to the website before, you know what it looks like. It wasn't very good. It wasn't very good. Wait, tomorrow? No. Oh God, it is the 31st. Oh. My calendar failed me. My calendar totally failed me. Thanks, Max. We got one more day here before June. Wow. Thank you. Brian's here. What's going on, Brian? Let's get the air horns going for the people, for the chat for the chat crew in the chat right now. Where are we at here? I gotta fall back into the swing of things. Where's the? Oh, there it goes. I gotta get back into the swing of things, you guys. This is. It's been a long time since I've done a live, and not a long time, maybe a couple weeks. But trying to get back into the swing of things. I got a couple ideas about improving the live, especially the intro for the live. We're gonna get a podcast going too, something that the Discord can kind of hone in on, something that is just audio. And I want to invite a couple people. I'm gonna say it now. I want to invite eInk and Jay. They're the mods for the Discord. They're the mods for the YouTube. So I want to invite them to do a chat. So hopefully we can get together on this and maybe do like a 30-minute podcast talking about eInk. We're going to call it Rants About eInk. It's just a quick 30-minute podcast. Just doing that. Maybe have some guests on, talk to other people, bring other people to the conversation. But I think getting a good representation of the people who start a lot of the conversations in the Discord is essential, because those are the conversations I want to extend and continue to have. So I think that would be kind of cool. So let me know what you think about that, you guys, in the comments or in the chat if you're here. What else we got here? We got a few things to talk about as far as WWDC, the Apple developer conference, and we got to talk about the Google's I/O, their developer conference. And I have to remember that Google's I/O conference is a developers conference, because I always go into it. Let me bring that up real quick. I always go into it thinking I'm going to see a lot of hardware stuff, but it's developer stuff. So you're going to see a lot of software. I mean, this year you saw a lot of AI stuff. So it was good if you liked a lot of AI. Here we go. Google 2025. So I watched the whole event, and I just want to talk about some of the main parts of this. And I'm pretty much not over AI, but I'm over everyone saying, oh, this AI is the fastest for this. This AI is the fastest for coding. This AI is the fastest for whatever. It scored this on the benchmark. It scored that on the... every day you could read that. And that's just too much. That's just too much. I wait for now I'm waiting for features that change hardware, or I'm looking for features that change my specific use case. I'm filtering out all the other AI talk. I don't know about you guys, but AI is going so fast that the features, or not really the features, but the benchmarks can get outrageous. And them touting the benchmarks can get outrageous. Let's see what we got here. There was a couple things talked about at Google I/O. Let's check out some of the content we got here. On the Android side, what do we have here? Oh no, these are all sessions. Oh, let's look up Google I/O news. Did you guys have any big news that came out of Google I/O that you want to talk about? Something that you thought was great while we look up this Google I/O news? I think we just looked this up. This is not what we were looking. Or maybe it is what we were looking for. Going to the chat, we got Jay says it's party time, people. No doubt. And TGIF, everybody, it's Friday. And this is going to be weird for me, okay, everybody? This is going to be a weird show for me because this is the first Friday show. And this was a day picked by the members of the channel and a time picked by kind of the overall YouTube audience. But 7 o'clock was a popular time. So we're going to give it a try. We're going to do the 7 o'clock thing for a month and see how we feel about it. But this is going to be super weird for me for the first live or two because I'm figuring out what to do. I'm used to my live in the morning. It's just a different energy in the morning. It's totally a different energy in the morning. But let's see what we got here. You know what? I might as well just talk about my Google I/O. I'm gonna bring out my Google I/O notes because relying on the internet's notes is not going to cut it for me. It is not going to cut it for me. Oh boy, do I still have it in here? But yeah, Google I/O's their Google I/O event. A couple of big things that stood out to me before I get to the notes here is the fact that they're coming out with their own glasses. So we kind of like knew that wasn't a big thing. Glasses are it. I mean, that's the main way people are going to be interfacing with AI in the future, I think. Johnny Ive is also working with OpenAI. And if you don't know who Johnny Ive is was one of the top, that was not one of the top designer at Apple for a number of years. Just a genius when it comes to design. When you look at the iMacs back in the day, those were all his designs. The original iPhone, that's a Johnny Ive design. The original MacBooks, though, that's a Johnny Ive design. So, I mean, the guy makes the iPod, right? This guy makes some really icon. Did he do the iPod? Yeah, he did the iPod. This guy makes some pretty iconic stuff. So, when he goes to OpenAI, and OpenAI to me is like arguably one of the leaders in software right now. With just leaning on their work in AI alone, if they don't do anything else, that's going to build a lot of software. Because right now, AI is taking over a lot of productivity software. I don't know if you guys are noticing this, but productivity software is just AI now. I mean, like I was creating some charts and such the other day. Like you can literally just tell AI to create the charts for you. And if you're not using AI to get insight on your data, you should be. That's one of the main uses right now for AI, in AI for me. Like analyzing data. You literally put, and that's one of the things I like about Google's AI is that it's proactive. And that's one of the things Google talked about in their I/O is that their I/O is going to, their AI is going to be proactive. And that's one of the things, if you guys remember me talking about on live a little while back, was that I want my AI to be proactive. That's one of the things I liked about using Notebook LM. What's going on, Greg? How's it going? Glad you could join us. That's one of the things I liked about Notebook LM is that when you put your data into there, it acts on it. It asks you questions. Would you like to see this? I noticed these trends about your data. Would you like me to expand on this? Those kind of things is what are what I like AI to do for me. Like sometimes I don't know what I want it to do, but if it gives me options, that's contextual and based on what I'm already doing, I love that. You haven't missed much, Greg. You haven't missed much. We literally just got started here. I'm trying to find my notes for maybe I can go to my favorites. I'm trying to find my notes for Google I/O though. That was a pretty you know what? Maybe I should just do a search. Maybe I should just do what Ed taught me. Just use the search, bro. It's pretty good. All right, I'm putting in Google I/O for the search. Oh, that's 2025 though, or 2024. Okay, that's not going to do me any good. Oh, did I miscategorize it as? Nope, that is literally 2024. I must have done it on the Go 10.3. But let's find it right now. All right. We got the Go 10.3. This better be on here. It better be on the Go 10.3. I don't typically take notes on the Go 10.3 like that. That's usually a Nomad thing. So that would surprise me if I did that. And again, here we go with the search. Can I put the, oh, it's already not working. Oh, there we go. It's kind of working. It's kind of working. Bear with me here, Chad. We're getting back into the swing of this live stuff. Okay, it's been a minute for me. This is in the 2024 level of incompetency, but you know, you get the picture. Yeah, but Google I/O definitely was more about. Can we do that search? Oh wow, I must have called it something else. All right, let's do a Google search. Let's do a Google search on here. I definitely need to find my naming convention. All right, here we go. Of course. Oh, did I do it on the Nomad? You guys, I can't believe it. I took so many notes. So many notes. If it deciphers that, I'd be happy. Oh, it's not going to. All right, perfect. Wow, it's on the, like, I don't know what I was thinking, you guys, but I clearly took notes on Google I/O on the Nomad, and that is not like me at all to have done that. That's crazy. But let's go ahead and take a look at here and see what we got. We're gonna go with Google I/O from top to bottom here. Okay, here we go. All right, so first thing we got up here is Gemini, number 1. Coding milestones. We talked about that. So I'm not concerned about coding milestones anymore or benchmarks anymore because those don't mean much to me in the grand scheme of AI usefulness, I guess you could say. It's all about use cases for me at this point, and like knowing the milestones and benchmarks, I don't. They go too. It's going too fast right now, and I don't really care about that. Let's get a actual. Oh boy, there we go. Bam. All right. We got Gemini completed Pokemon Blue. I thought that was interesting. How they're putting AI on video games to complete them. And a game like Pokemon, I'm not sure how hard that is, but I mean, it can't be easy, right? Gemini more widely used in progress reports. So they're saying Gemini is being more widely used these days. Again, these are all benchmarks and like metrics that I don't really care about. I want use cases. What can it do for me? And so that's kind of what I was more interested in, but it was all about stats. Gemini, 45% increase in users. That again doesn't say much because it doesn't compare that number to any of the numbers that other AI companies like OpenAI and Anthropic. It doesn't talk about their numbers in comparison to the numbers that they have. So that doesn't really say much. Here we go. Google Beam, 3D video conference coming later this year. So I thought Google Beam was pretty interesting. If you haven't seen Google Beam, let's look at that really quickly. Google Beam. This is like a communication tool that is supposed to make the person look on the other end of the call, or other end of the video call, look like they're in the room, like you're looking through a window at them, essentially, because it gives them a 3D aspect to themselves. I think this is cool. I think it's super expensive. I think it's more of a tech demo at this point than a viable product. But it's just cool to see what they're doing. And every time they show this product, like every I/O, they show this product, and every time it gets better. And not only that, it requires less equipment. And it just, you don't, and more seamless. You don't really see the equipment around. Like the first time I remember, the first time seeing this, you had sensors and cameras all around the frame of the monitor there, and then you had other electronics on the table that you had to use to interface with the person on the other end. I didn't see that this time. It looked really streamlined, and again, you still need a big screen, which means you probably need a lot of electronics, but it's getting better. And I think this is like going to be the way of video conferencing. Like I have another story that talks about this particular technology. Well, not this particular technology, but using conferencing in a malicious way. But this may help with conferencing not being able to be used in a malicious way. Let's go to the chat real quick. Jay says, P, good to know that. I'm wondering what the heck Rod uses his GOAT for, if not note taking. I use the GOAT 10.3 for note taking, but I don't use it for like just notes I'm scribbling down real quick. It's more of the device I use for when I'm finalizing what I'm writing. It's kind of a progression. I use the Nomad for like quick notes and things that I'm just writing down, not really caring about how I'm formatting it, not really caring about how it looks, I guess. I do that on the GOAT 10.3. All right, so what else we got here on my notes? I can't believe I took these notes on the Nomad. That's just crazy. New TPUs, which are just GPUs that handle AI better. And I think that was it as far as the first section there. Google Me, live integration. I'm not sure if you know what Google Me is. Let's look what this is. Added Google Me today. Let's go get Google Me. I thought that was a pretty interesting thing. All right, so Google Meet has video conferencing now. I'm not sure, or not video conferencing, but live translation in the video conferencing now. So they added that feature to Google Meet. Project Astra was a big thing at the conference. So we have Project Astra, which is basically their glasses operating system, or the operating system they use for their, not just glasses, but any kind of headset for vision and hearing input, along with you getting like text stuff as well. All right, so let's take a look at Project Astra real quick. Join trusted tester waitlist. Oh, I thought I was already on the waitlist. I'll have to do that. Enhancing Gemini Live. So yeah, this is basically giving Gemini Live, which is the AI that you can talk to, and it talks back to you, and it kind of knows what's in your environment. Because it can use the microphones to hear, it can use the camera to see, and it reacts in real time. So that's what's cool about this, and that's why it's perfect for headsets. You can use this on your phone, of course, like they're doing here, but it's perfect in my mind for headsets because that's where you get the most use. Like, you don't have to push a button. You can just say something. It's already seeing what you're seeing. You don't have to hold your phone up to whatever you want the AI to see to kind of help you analyze, right? Look, just think about people with vision and hearing and impairedness. This is going to be crazy good. Just having a pair of eyeglasses on that already have headphones in, that already have microphones, that already have AI, that's really good. Meta is on that track of doing the same thing, right? But Meta doesn't have all of your data, right? Like Google does. I think Google's in a better position for this, which brings me to another story I read about the founder of and the developer behind Arc, the Arc browser. So the developer behind the Arc browser is making their own AI browser. I'm not sure if you guys remember me talking about, matter of fact, I may have just put this in the Discord. I did. I put this in the Discord. I said, I wonder if Google would just go all in on AI in search, right? Because they're dabbling with it now with the AI overviews. They're dabbling with it with the AI search feature that you can use. But I was thinking what it would be like if Google just went all in with the AI in search. And that's seemingly what the founder of Arc is doing. I forgot what the name of that is. Actually, let's take a look at that. It's a browser. New AI browser. It's an AI browser. So the founder of Arc has they're developing a new AI browser. I forgot what it's called though. Dia. There we go. The new AI focused browser Dia. Now this is taking search and AI to the full extent. It's basically a browser built from the ground up for AI. And the premise behind this, according to what's his name? Josh Miller. There we go. The co-founder of the Arc company. Basically, the premise behind this is that your browser has all of your information, right? It knows what you search. It knows what you're looking for. It knows what your interests are. Your browser, if it's handling your calendar, like some browsers can, it has a lot of it has payment information, right? That it's saving for you. It has lots of different things the browser does as far as personal things. It knows a lot of those personal things about you that AI can then use to serve you up better searches, better responses, better information on what you've been looking at. Maybe it will serve you up information you didn't know you needed based off of what you have been doing with the browser. I think that was a very interesting take when I heard that. So, whoa. So yeah. So I basically was wondering about what it would be like if Google went all in with search like that. Now, I didn't know what that would look like at the moment, but after hearing what Arc is doing with their Dia browser, I'm like, okay, that may be what it looks like when a search company goes all in on AI. I'm not sure yet. But we'll see. I'm going to pay close attention to this Dia browser and see if it's good and see what makes it different from Arc. Because one of the things I liked about, I'm not sure if you guys use the Arc browser, but if you have, then you know one of the big things about the Arc browser is the tabs on the side versus on the top. I don't know why that makes a big difference, but it does. That's one of the things I like about Arc, amongst other things as well. But they do bring some unique qualities to the table when it comes to browsing. But that's one of the things I like about them. And this new browser doesn't seem to adopt that browser tabs on the side versus on the top system that Arc did. But anyway, very interesting. Oh, we got Nerdy Ninja in here. How's it going? She said, I've noticed that Google Gemini has improved dramatically over the past couple of weeks. I use Gemini, ChatGPT, Microsoft Copilot. Copilot is the worst. I agree. Apple and Grok. How do you like Grok, by the way? I haven't used Grok. Pretty dependable as well. Google has gotten better. I still think ChatGPT is better though. What do you think, Dr. Nerdy Ninja? I still think ChatGPT is better. I could be totally wrong about that. Claude is very good. IME. Claude is good for enterprise stuff. That's what they're good for, but if they've gotten better for consumer-facing stuff, let me know how you feel about that, Jay. But yeah, I'd be super interested to know how you feel about Grok, Dr. Nerdy Ninja, because I'm interested in using that. I just haven't yet. But yeah, super interesting to see what especially coming from a big company. I think Grok is X. I think Grok is X, right? And Llama is Amazon. I use Llama because of Meta, right? Llama's okay. It's not the best either, but it's definitely okay. Dr. Nerdy Ninja says, definitely in my experience, ChatGPT is the best at this stage of the game. Yeah, I agree as well. ChatGPT is just better at understanding. To me, it's not as good as being proactive though. That's the only downside of ChatGPT for me. It's not as proactive as Google and their Gemini models are. You put data into a Gemini model, it's going to say, hey, do you want this? Do you want this? Do you want that? I noticed this. Would you like to see that? I love that about it. Jay says, Claude has been writing whole Python app for me. Right now there are apps that you can give some pictures to and it'll make whatever you want. It'll make a movie out of those pictures. It'll make a website out of those pictures. Yeah, Claude's good, especially for coding and for math. For math, Claude is probably the best. Let's see what else we got here on the Nomad. I can't believe I did this on the Nomad, everybody. The Nomad. Why? So we just got done talking about Project Astra, which is, like I said, it's just it's bringing audio and video into Gemini Live. That's essentially what Astra is. If you just think Gemini Live and you add the ability for Gemini Live to be able to see what you're talking about, and it can already hear because it hears you talking, right? But to be able to actively listen, that's the thing. They did show a very cool demo of Project Astra working. Someone talking to Astra and trying to find out where it left something. Because Astra was on and was always seeing and knowing what it was doing. It was very cool. Very cool. Very cool demo. All right, what's we got here? Project Mariner. If you don't know what Project Mariner is their AI agent tool. Google's AI agent tool is Project Mariner. And I try to get access to it, but it's $150 to do, and I'm like, I'm not paying that to try Google's AI agent. That's more expensive than OpenAI wants to charge you to use their like AI agent operator. Like I can use operator for $200 a month. Why am I going to pay Google $250 to use Mariner when I already know that it's going to be better? So, there's that. Dr. Nerdy Ninja says, I will check out Claude. Definitely. Give Claude a try. Grok is better than Copilot, but far from ChatGPT and Gemini. I'm glad I'm not wasting my time then. Good call. All right, so that's Project Mariner there. Let's take a look, though. Automate simple tasks simultaneously. So if you don't know what an agent is, basically it's a browser. It's a browser AI companion for your browser at this point. That's what all agents essentially do. Browser work. So you can tell an agent, hey, search the web for this particular thing. When you find it, do this with it. Now you can do that with AI now, which is, it's confusing that you can. In Gemini right now, I can tell Gemini to do that. Search the web for this, that, and the third, and it'll go through a whole list of like steps it's going to take to do it, which is basically what Project Mariner does. But I want to say Project Mariner just takes it a step further, but I'm not sure how. But I know it's a browsing tool. But I guess Mariner is doing other things other than browser. So Mariner takes it so far as to go into your Google Drive. I guess it can take action on some of your work for you. Multimodal reasoning. Project Mariner observes what displays in the browser. It then reasons to interpret your goals, makes a plan, and takes action. So like I said, these things I can do right now with Gemini. I'm just assuming that Mariner takes it a step further, or maybe just kicks it up a notch. Find personalized jobs. Hiring a tasker to build furniture. Ordering missing ingredients. So it's going to take action for you. Not only is it going to do the things that I was thinking about. So right now, what you can do is you can ask an AI chatbot to do a not just Google search, but do a web search for you, right? But it's not going to take action on any of the data that it pulls back. It's just going to find a bunch of data and present it to you in a way that makes sense for you, or in a intuitive way, or how you wanted it to present it to you in your prompt, right? But it looks like Mariner is not only able to search the web, search things for you and bring you back relevant information. It can bring that information and then take action on it and say, okay, I found these doctors. Now I'll call one by one and see which ones has an opening for you to get, I don't know, that colonoscopy. So yeah, it looks like it's not only finding data, but then it's taking action on that data as well. Okay. Yeah, and you need Google AI Ultra to do this, and that's like I said, $250. That's more than I'm willing to do for that. That's more than I'm willing to do for that. Let's see what else we got here that they talked about there. Whoa, I went too far ahead of myself on that one. Oh, there we go. Project Mariner. Oh, whoa, we got way ahead of ourselves on that one. We didn't even talk about Gemini Pro yet. Oh, Mariner. All right. So personalized smart replies. So they pretty much got the personalized smart replies as well. So we talked about that on a live too a couple weeks ago, where we talked about Google and P context being found in some of their code for their new pixel drop, and that basically is Gemini using some of your personal information from your searches, from your Gmail, from your calendar to serve you up better information about what it thinks you may want when you give it prompts, which I think is cool. What else we got here? A lot of AI stuff. The personalized responses are going to be available this summer. The Gemini app should be available also in the App Store. Since the 20th, it should have been available, but I haven't used that in the App Store yet. I've still been using the web app because I haven't used it on my phone lately. I've just been doing AI stuff on the computer. So I'm going to have an opinion on that when I get a chance to look at that app and get that on my phone there. Gemini 2.5 Pro, again, leading model, blah, 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 blah. New text-to-speech demo that they did. Whispered, which is cool. So essentially they had the AI do some whispering, and I was like, okay, if it senses you whispering to it, it's going to whisper. I don't know how that's useful, but I thought it was really cool. And it can also switch languages on the fly now, and that was being introduced on the 20th. So that should be a feature that's there right now in Gemini Pro 2.5. Thought summaries. So that's been something that's been going on for a long time. I guess that's just becoming available to everyone now. Settings for controlled model efficiency. So now they have settings on Gemini 2.5 Pro that allow you to adjust your responses from the AI models. Now, this is like just some sliders that you have that you can. Actually, can we look at this? Gemini 2.5 Pro. Oh, no. Controls. So I'm hoping to get a blog post from Google on the controls here versus a video. All right, so no, it looks like AI Studio parameters they're talking about here, not really 2.5 Pro controls. But essentially what these controls are going to do is let you tweak the AI, whether you want the AI to respond quicker and have less accurate responses, or take more time to respond and have more accurate responses. That's kind of the thing they're going for there with those controls. What else we got here? Oh, the ability to turn a sketch into a website. I just spoke about that, how people can turn pictures into website these days. You can turn pictures into videos these days. So that's all stuff that's being done right now in Gemini 2.5 Pro. Audio as well. You can now, the video that's being generated has accompanying audio with it. So if you created or if you wanted to create a video of a horse trotting down a dirt road, now that video will have sound of the horse trotting down a dirt road. It's getting good. This video stuff is getting real good. I've been playing with it. I still think, even on the video front, I still think OpenAI video generation is better than VO3. But from what I understand, VO3 may be reserved to people who have AI Ultra. even though my Gemini 2.5 Pro window says that it's using VO3, I saw a podcast the other day that says if you don't have Flow, then you're not using VO3, because right now VO3 is only in Flow. And let's go ahead and take a look at Flow while we're talking about it. Flow is Google's AI tool for filmmaking. So, and right now, I think, and like I said, someone put in a podcast that Flow right now is the only thing using VO3. So maybe what I'm creating isn't that good because I'm not, the tool that I'm using, which says it is using VO3, maybe it's not actually using VO3. Oh, that could be a thing. Oh, Dima, Gabriel, how's it? Whoa. That's a name. How's it going though? We're gonna say Dima for short. Thanks for coming. Jay says, I'm doing $20 a month with Anthropic to build this app, and that's just fine for me. Yeah, $20. That's what I pay for Gemini. I paid, and I may be paying for Anthropic as well. And at least I know I was paying for Anthropic. I'm not sure if my subscription lapsed or not, but I make sure that I keep my subscription for Gemini at the very least. Again, because Gemini has all my information. It just makes it super seamless for me. And that's what I want with AI. I want it to be seamless. I want it to act on information that it already has for me. I don't want to have to think about that kind of stuff. If it could produce good results for me, I'm happy. What else we got? We have oh, that was it with the sketches and the audio. Gemini Diffusion. Gemini Pro DeepThink. I think the DeepThink part is just, we've already seen deep research. DeepThink is just like an extension of that. Gemini Robotics. So they got robotics coming that are using Gemini AI. The Gemini app they talked about. The Gemini app is going to have Astra built into it because it's going to be able to use your camera. It's going to be able to use the audio. They even showed an Astra demo on there with those controls being used on the phone. Making calls, finding manuals, actually shows you info from the web. So, one thing that Gemini Live couldn't do was talk to you about stuff and then show you information. So what it would do, a lot of is it would basically, you would ask Gemini, a question like, hey, could you give me the best, the website that has the best taco, I don't know, recipe, right? What it would do is it would say, yeah, this site, I found you the site that has the best taco recipe. And then you would say something like, okay, send that to my phone. It would say, okay, it would send it, but it wouldn't even find the site. So I guess now Live can now act on those requests, show you websites, show you pictures and things like that, which I think is super awesome because that was one of the things that was missing, with its ability to totally interact and immerse you in that back and forth that you would be having, because you'd hit that barrier when you would want it to take some kind of action by showing you something. So I think that's awesome. Romania, okay, no doubt. we got Romania in the house. Let's get the air horns going for Romania. We gotta get. I'll probably never get a chance to do this again. So there we go. Air horns going for Romania. Salute. What else we got here? Actually, let's look up Google Diffusion. Google Diffusion real quick. Google Diffusion. Oh, wow. Text diffusion model. So I think this is just, what do we got? Rapid response, generate context significantly faster than our fastest model so far. More coherent text, generates entire blocks of token at once, meaning it responds more coherently to a user's prompt than auto-regressive models. Iterative refinement corrects errors during generation for more consistent output. Okay, so this is just a better way for language models to output their responses. Okay, I'm with it. I didn't know what diffusion was. It was confusing me when I saw the keynote. but we got it. Now that we're moving on from diffusion, what else we got here? Virtual close tryout. So this is something that's coming to your browsers where AI is going to be able to take a picture of you that you upload, and it's going to be able to put different clothes on you from different sites. And I think that's super interesting there. Being able to put different clothes on you to see how it looks on you before you buy. We're shopping more and more online. To be able to see how this stuff is going to look on you before you get it, clutch. Plus I just want to see how different color Vans look on me. That's my thing. I'm single serve right here. I just want to see how Vans look on me with skinnies. Okay, like, you know, let's go back. I would love to see how skinnies look on me with different color Vans. That's what I'm hoping to get out of this. Tablet tag. Great to see the live stream fire up again. No doubt. It's been a while. But I had to go get my website together. If you haven't seen the new website, rantsaboutTech.com, you should all go check it out. It's better than what it was. It gives me ability to create articles on the write-ups that I do. I write up every video that I do. And I have tons of write-ups and tons of information that never makes it into a video. Only about 20% of the information that I actually write up makes it into a video. And I thought, what am I going to do with this other 80% of this information that I took all this time to write up? You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to put it on the website as an article, and that's what I'm going to do from now on. But now you can comment on the articles that I'm putting up. Not only do they actually look like real articles because I have real article tools available to me that I didn't have in my other site at all. Listen, only go through square.com if you are just doing a store. That's it. If you just want a store front and you're just going to be selling stuff, you don't want to write anything, Square's good. I made the mistake of going through Square when I thought it was Squarespace. That's on me. That's on me, chat. I signed up for Square when I thought it was Squarespace, was searching, how do I start a blog? How do I make articles? How do I add comments? How do I do this? How do I do that? And it was unavailable to me. And people are like, yeah, you got Squarespace? Yeah, I got Squarespace. You can do that. It's easy. Like, it's not easy. I don't know what I'm doing. It was because I had Square, not Squarespace. Now your boy got Squarespace. It's on and popping. Now I can have charts. Now I have articles. Now all this stuff that we've been talking about collecting data on, I can actually start collecting that data and sharing it with people. It's great. But it's going to be great. I mean, it's good right now. It's going to be great though. Yeah, definitely check it out, Tablet Tech. It's a work in progress, but it's going to be good. I guarantee it. It's going to be a good repository for information. You like that phrase, repository. We'll move on. What else we got here? I think we covered Gemini Live, contextual learning. Whoa. AI creates a video for you that explains concepts using VO. That's interesting. So they did show a demo. And this is one, you know what though? This is a use case for AI generated video that is going to get overlooked, but ultimately it's going to be how we probably use this tool the most effective. Tutorials, showing people how to do things. If you could just say, you don't have to get on a video and say, I'm going to show someone how to do this. You can just write a prompt, show someone how to do this, and then it shows someone randomly doing it. Man, send it off to whoever needs to see it. You're good to go. That's going to be a sleeper in AI, guaranteed. What else we got? What do we got? Oh, Gemini Live has gotten really good at converting handwriting to text. You can see why that's super interesting to me. Now, I've been trying to build a agent for a little while that can do this particular thing. I'm nowhere near where I want to be with it, but it's a good idea. I'm still cracking at it. But I think them continually upping their game for handwriting conversion we're going to get to a point to where that's going to be a non-issue for people who need to get handwriting converted, like eInk tablet users like us, or any digital note taker, right? We all need our handwriting converted to text because it's going to be, your handwriting is so much more useful to you in text form, especially with AI. Especially with AI. Deep Research now can upload your own files to Deep Research. Will use Drive soon. Oh, okay, so Deep Research will have the ability to use your files that are also in Drive. I think that's super interesting. Gemini and Chrome, we already talked about that a little bit. Imagen 4. Now, this is Google's image generation tool. So let's go ahead and take a look at that. So I didn't know Imagen 4 was using Whisk. I mean, I knew Whisk is like Google's corporate. Oh, my bad, you guys. Whisk is like Google's corporate image building, video building tool. So it does like really cookie cutter videos and makes cookie cutter images, but it's not a full blown tool, if you will. But Imagen is Google's image generation tool, which I still, like I said before, when I was talking to Dr. Nerdy Ninja, I still think ChatGPT has a better. Oh, thanks, man. Let's get the chats going for Jay. I appreciate that, Jay. Let's get the air horns going for Jay. I have to get me some kind of signifier for when I get a donation. That'll be the move. Celebrating the return of the show and the Mac, and wondering if Rod got the pin I sent him yet. Nope, haven't got the pin yet. But I haven't checked the mail today either. So after this live, I'll check the mail. Hopefully it's there. That'll be awesome. And I'm holding off, Jay, on putting the order in for my new. I have like 2 more specs for nibs that I want to order, and I've been holding off on that order because I've been waiting for this pen so I can take the dimensions and make me a mock-up of what a crystal nib would look like based on the active pen standards. So this is going to be exciting. So I'm looking forward to that. So thanks, Jay. I appreciate that. What else we got? It creates posters, documents with correct text. This is something that I said one time. We're just looking at the fact that it says it creates posters and documents. I mentioned at the top of the show that AI is going to take over document creation. Like that's probably the first thing that's going to go in this world of AI is productivity tools that we use the way we use them today. I think in 2 years, we're not using productivity tools the way we use them today. Like, I think AI is creating all of that. I really do. The clip art prompts, it's creating all of that. You're not going to get, it's not going to ship with these templates. You know, like templates are going to be a thing of the past. Yeah. Maybe things will still ship with a handful of templates, right? But just think about how good AI is at doing templates. I mean, it does a few things really good, but templates is one thing that it does really well. eInk brought up the fact that she was going to start using AI to try to make PDF templates. And I thought, man, what a great idea. Just different ways to use this. Like I said, productivity tools are going to suffer when AI like hits its stride. And we're getting there. Expected delivery 6/2. Right on. Right on, Jay. I appreciate that. All right. What else we got here? VO3. We talked about that already, and how I don't have a VO3 available. Let's look at that. You know what? We're gonna look at that because it tells me that I have VO3 available to me. It's lying though. It's totally lying to me, chat. It's totally lying to me, chat. All right. Let's take a look. Right here. Gemini. I got Gemini Pro. Oh, you can't you can't see it. Let me take myself out of here. All right, so you can see right here. Dang, you can't even see it right there. Let's move it. All right, there we go. All right, right there you can see Gemini Pro. So we got the Pro version here. All right, can we? Bam. Okay, we got Gemini Pro going. And oh, you know what's funny? Oh, that's funny, chat. I didn't even. Oh, that's funny, chat. That's hilarious. Okay. So, oh, there we go. Okay, cool. All right, you see it down below, right? It says video. I can create video, deep research, canvas, whatever. Below video, you see it says generate with VO3. This is not, that's not VO3, chat. Because I'm seeing things that people are creating with VO3, and the things that I'm creating in video with things that, with this video option that says it's VO3 is not even on the same level, not even on the same playing field as what I'm seeing people create online. So, and then, like I said, that's when I saw the podcast, and I'm like, people were saying that, hey, you only are really using VO3 if you have Flow. And Flow's $250 a month. I ain't got $250 a month, though. I'm sorry, chat. I'm sorry. We can't do it. But yeah, I thought that was interesting. Yeah, but so VO3, I haven't been able to use it yet. I think I'm still on VO2, even with Gemini, even with the paid pro program, whatever. We talked about native audio generation in VO3, which is the video generation tool. You can direct in VO3. Like you can add directing type of prompts in, and it'll follow direction as far as if you want the camera to pan here, you want the sound to swell here, those kind of things. Music AI Sandbox. I tried it. It's trash. I don't care. Lyria 2. Whoa. Let's see what Lyria 2 is. I thought that was interesting. Latest music generation model. Oh my God. Oh, high fidelity, the sound is possible. You can create pieces in countless styles using Lyria 2. Here are a few examples to showcase its potential and range. Lyria 2 can create. Ooh, my bad, chat. My bad. Lyria 2 can create new starting points, suggested harmonies, or draft longer arrangement. It helps musicians focus on their broader visions or jump past writer's block. Now, this is what I would want, chat. This is why I thought it was interesting, but it's really not. I thought it was interesting because it said music generation tool, right? My thing is, can you generate music? Yeah, I guess it can generate music from a prompt. But what I was looking for was, you ever walk around the house humming something? You hum a tune. You know what I mean? Sometimes you may be walking. Let's get big. Sometimes you may walk around the house and you may catch yourself humming. Now, okay, while we're talking about humming, let's go on a side tangent real quick side tangent. I saw a movie once on YouTube. It was a documentary, and this dude was like fighting for his life. He had killed somebody. He had did something. I don't even remember what the situation was, but I think he had killed somebody. This dude had killed somebody, and he was like, he had hired a whole bunch of lawyers. He was paying millions of dollars to hire all of these lawyers to keep him out of prison. And so they're like coaching him. They're like, okay, cool. You want to stay out of prison? Let's talk about how we can keep you out of prison. Let's go through what the prosecutor is going to do. Let's go over the questioning they're going to give you. I'm going to pay someone to come in to be the prosecutor to get you razzled so you'll know what it feels like, so you're prepared for that when it happens in court. And so they're taking the guy through his paces, you know what I'm saying? They're taking him through his paces. And they're like, it's not working, right? They're like, oh, this is not working. Like he's too uptight. Like whatever we're trying to prepare him for is not working. So they're like, listen, how about you do something that makes you relax? Like what do you do to relax? Like then the guy got an idea. He was like, oh, I was with you around your house the other day. Like you were humming a tune. What tune were you humming? He was like, oh, I just hum when I'm happy, blah blah. He says, yeah, that's good. We do that. He was like, just hum. And he was like, what song was it? Do you remember what it was? No, I don't remember what it was. I just kind of hum when I'm around the house. He's like, well, could you do that while you're walking up to the stand? So I guess he's, trying to get the guy to loosen up. So he's like, yeah, I could do that while I'm walking up to the stand. So he's like, all right, cool. Just kind of, hum the song that you're humming around the house when you're happy, And the guy. So I'm expecting to hear humming come out of this guy's mouth. Like, I don't know if you guys know what a hum is, but when I hear humming, I think, like that's a hum. That's, but this guy was like, he was like, okay, yeah, just hum for me as you're going up to the stand to get in the jury box. No, it's not the jury box. Whatever the stand is. I've never been to court, so I don't know. But the guy walks up to the stand and he does this. Beepity boppity boop, boopity boppity beepity boppity, and the lawyers are looking at each other like, what the hell is this guy? We asked him to hum. What is this? Beepity bopping. Like, oh, it's the witness stand. Thanks, Tabitech. I appreciate that. Like, what is the beepity bopping? That's not humming. So now I have a long-standing joke in the house. When anyone says humming or anyone starts humming, we bring that up. But why did I even start talking about that? Oh, okay. So humming is different from beepity bopping. I don't know what that guy was doing, but I immediately thought, this guy's doomed. He's going to prison. If that is humming to you and that's the soothingness that you're looking for, trying to keep yourself out of prison, you're doomed. You may as well just stop paying the lawyers, save your family some money. Like, say, hey, let's go on a vacation when I go to prison. Just use this money that we were going to waste and blow on the lawyers because I'm going to jail anyway. Just go on a vacation. From the stress of me going to prison, just have a vacay on me. Have a vacay on me. What we got here, Jay? Jay says, expected delivery to... Oh, got that. Adobe has some sort of AI video creating tool. Adobe has a lot of AI creation tools, Aaron. They're doing a lot on the AI front. Their Acrobat Reader is going through a lot of changes I saw last week. Holy cow. The AI translation there, or the handwriting translation for PDFs in Acrobat Reader, is the ability for it to do that reliably is about to go up. The ability for it to do it at all is about to go up because right now it doesn't have that capability. Humming is definitely different than beepity bopping. It's definitely different. Just chatting on his way to the witness stand. Yeah, like the lawyers are like, yeah, just hum. They're probably thinking he was going to do a old spiritual. You know what I was about to say. Old blank spiritual. But I thought he's about to do an old spiritual going up to the stand like, I thought he was going to do some, we going to church humming. This dude starts beepity bopping. Holy cow. All right. Anyway. But my point in AI is that when I saw Project Lyria, when I saw Lyria 2 had some new features for music generation, that's where my mind went. I thought, oh, wow. So AI is getting to the point to where you can hum a tune and then AI would take it and then make that into any instrument you want. That's beautiful. I want that. Yes, give that to me. That's what I was thinking, because I walk around humming all the time, and occasionally, I'll hum an original tune. You didn't know I could do that, did you? You didn't. I'm thinking, yeah, I'll add an original tune to my YouTube channel so I don't have to pay these royalty fees for this music that I think is just subpar, but it's good enough. I don't want to crap on the music I use too much. The music is good enough. But it's not the music that I would create. And who knows, it might actually be good. But anyway, I keep thinking that every time someone says AI music generation tool, that's what I think. Humming. Can you hum? Not beepity bop, but can you hum? And then the AI recognize this is a tune. We can put this, and then you can make that sound into any sound you want, because I'm sure AI can do that. Matter of fact, I know AI can, because I researched it after I realized Lyria didn't do what I thought it did. I researched it on YouTube, and it turns out there are some programs that will turn any sounds your mouth can make into any instrument. But it requires you to train an AI chatbot, not chatbot. It requires you to train your own AI model. Now, it doesn't take long, 5-10 minutes to train the model, but you know what? But for every instrument, no, I'm sorry. I just want something. I want to hum something. After the AI has recorded what I hummed, okay, Sony, Sony's losing focus here. Stay focused, Sony. I want to hum. Oh, eInk, thank you. Let's get the air horns going for eInk. I appreciate the love. Get the air horns going for eInk with the. Oh, it's a super chat. Oh, it's the coffee. Oh yeah, thanks for the coffee. I probably need it. Let's take a sip anyway. Folgers. The best part of waking up. There we go. I almost forgot what the slogan was. It's Folgers in your cup. Instant coffee for the win, you guys. Microwave water, instant coffee. You get some International Delight creamer. Pfft, chill out. As a matter of fact, I don't think no one should be using any other creamer other than International Delight. If you're using Coffee Mate, stop. Just stop. Do yourself a favor. Go get some International Delight and then thank me in next week's live. I'm telling you, you're going to want to thank me. Or just send me an email. Roderick@rantsaboutech.com. Or Rod@rantsaboutech.com. They both work. Beepity Bop is now an official Rants About Tech meme. Listen, I'm going to have to get the name of that show where this guy did the Beepity Bopping so you guys can see what I'm talking about. It is hilarious. Anyway, we'll continue on. Where were we at? Oh, yeah. AI music generation. Non-existent. They're just taking, they're like, oh, you created something? Will it, you know what's cool though? I will say one of the tools that these music generation tools can do, like Lyria 2, is they can take something that you've made and then extend it indefinitely if you want to, right? So it'll just not just loop it, it'll extend it with crescendos, with different patterns, with different tones, but the same rhythm. So I appreciate that. I like that. We already know Google AI Pro plans are $20 a month. We're paying that. I just got done telling you guys AI Ultra was $250, and it just the notes are telling me that it is. I was correct. Android XR. Extended reality is what this is for, and this is again for the glasses. Now this is kind of complicated. So let's look at this real quick. Android XR. So Android XR is an operating system that uses Astra. That's just, oh, you're welcome. That uses Astra, okay? So it's their headset operating system. Astra is a set of tools that allows Gemini Live to hear and see. They combine it all into Android XR with a whole bunch of other tools. So Astra is just a part of Android XR. Android XR is like the operating system. So it's like, you can see it as like Android XR is like Windows, and Project Astra is like Microsoft Word, the program on Windows, the operating system. So that's kind of like what was happening with the two. Now, I thought the two were like the same thing, but they're not. One works with the other. It can work independently or with the other. So I thought that was pretty cool. So that's the difference between Android XR and Project Astra. Now, we also have Project Muhan, which is a headset coming out from Samsung. Let's go ahead and take a look at that. Project Muhan. What we got? Which I'm not impressed with. Oh. What? Why am I? Oh, no. Okay, how do I get rid of this? Oh, chat. What do we pause? There we go. Phew. All right. Samsung Project Mohan headset specs revealed in benchmark test. So I'm not. Oh my goodness. All right, there we go. So I'm not impressed by this. Project Muhan is not that impressive to me because it looks like the Apple Vision Pro, but with less functionality and less bells and whistles, and doesn't look as good. If I'm going to do a heavy headset, it's going to be the Apple Vision Pro, but I don't want to do a heavy headset. Let's just get that out there right now. Oh, how's it going? How's it going, brother? My brother just popped up. So Project Astra. Whoa, can we stop this? So Project Astra. I was explaining that Project Astra is it's basically a app for the operating system that is Android XR. So Android XR is Android Extended Reality, and Project Astra is just an app that works inside of Android XR. It can work standalone by itself too, but it works with Project or Android XR. So you can see Astra is basically like Gemini Live with camera and audio enabled. That's essentially what Astra is. Oh snap! Tablet Tech, thanks. I appreciate it. We gotta give it another thumbs up there. I appreciate the support there, Tablet Tech. Word, let's go. Let's get the air horns going. Listen, I appreciate all you guys. I gotta say, let's get big. I appreciate all you guys. Thanks for all the support. You guys are awesome. Yeah, so I definitely wanted to explain that difference because when I first came across Project Astra and then Android XR, it was confusing. Like, they seemingly do the same thing. They're both for headsets. What's the difference? Well, they're both for headsets, but the difference is Astra allows the headset to accept camera input and audio, and then work with it with AI. And then that's what Astra does for Project XR. There we go. Whew. Holy. Where am I at? Oh, am I back? I am back. Okay, are we back? Whew. Okay, we're back. Man, that was crazy. So I had to restart the YouTube and then restart the live from OBS. That was crazy. But chat, thanks for staying with me. I appreciate you guys. All right, let's keep on with this live stream here. It's like getting back into the saddle is the weirdest thing, but we're here. We're here. Word up. Let's get the oranges going. Oranges up. You guys are the greatest. I'm telling you. This community is the most awesomest. Okay. All right. Project Muhan. Don't like it. We're looking at it right now. I don't like it at all. I'm gonna get Vision Pro if I have to go this big, like that. Just being honest. Giannis and Dieter Bond. So I don't know about you guys, but I love Dieter Bond. Let's take a look. Let's find Dieter. First of all, I like his first name and his last name. Let's Dieter. Dieter Bond. Google. Oh, Dieter Bond. There we go. I don't know if you guys know who this person is, right? His name is Dieter Bond. I don't know why I like this dude. I do, though. I like everything about Dieter. I like the way he looks. I like the way he talks. I like his attitude, the vibe. I like the aura around him when he shows up in a building. I like his laugh, his smile. I like his glasses. I love Dieter Bond. CJ, what's going on? Let's get the air horns going for CJ. CJ, you just missed a epic buffer, bro. That buffer was epic. Some might say it was the best buffer ever. What Aaron say? Hold on. Let me scroll back up. Oh, at Rock, just tell us next time you need a bathroom break. Oh, nah. Listen, I don't know what that was. That was so weird and unexpected. My brother says, "What's the price on it? On what? What are we talking about? I want to know." Oh, snap. Tablet Tech says, "Oh my, Boox Tab XC, Note Max, Note Air, 4C, Go Color 7, Remarkable, Paper Pro 2, Kindle Scribe." Whoa. Those are all the devices you got, Tablet Tech? Holy cow, I guess you are Tablet Tech. Jesus, that's a lot of that's a lot of tablets. Chat. Aaron talks about me having a lot of tablets. No, bro. Tablet Tech got a lot of tablets. Tablet Tech is the one with the tablets. He said, "Yes, I'm a sicko." Oh, Muhan. Let's look at the price. All right. First, let's finish talking about Dieter. Now, Dieter Bond, I love Dieter Bond. He's the GOAT in tech for me. When he was with The Verge, I watched all of his videos. I listened to every podcast he was in. This dude is just the GOAT to me in tech journalism. But he was at Google I/O. And when I saw him, it almost brought me to tears because I love Dieter Bond and I haven't seen him in a while because again, he doesn't work for The Verge anymore. Like I don't see him on a daily and weekly basis like I used to, listening to the podcast and watching the podcast. So Dieter Bond's awesome. Word. Dieter Bond's awesome. So I've never seen him in real life. I would love to meet Dieter Bond. So Dieter Bond, if for some reason you see this, you have a fan, I would love to meet you and sit down and say hi and interview you one day. I don't know why, but I would. But he was at the Google event. So when I saw him at the Google event, I was super surprised because I forgot that he left The Verge to go to Google. And it almost brought me to tears because I was like, oh, it made me realize how much I missed Dieter Bond and loved saying his name. So Dieter is a cool first name. I like that. I don't know why. But Bond is an awesome last name because it reminds me of the design firm. Remember that? Remember Braun? I think that's how you spell it. Remember the design firm? Oh, this isn't it. Is it? No, this is not. This is not it. Is it Braun? There we go. The history of Braun design. I don't know why I like Braun design so much, but when I first heard Dieter Braun's name or Dieter Braun, I thought of Braun. I'm trying to see some of the Braun designs. Right, I don't see any right here. Oh, there we go. All right. So we got some images of Braun design. I don't know why I like their design. Anybody remember Braun from back in the day? Oh, Dieter Bone. My bad. But seeing or hearing his name made me think of Braun. And it reminded me of being a kid and seeing the design. And this is when I fell in love with design with this company right here. This company is the company that introduced me to industrial design and just good, thoughtful design. I don't know why I like their design so much, but I do and did. Anybody remember these guys? Let's go to the chat real quick. Oh, whoa, let me pull this chat down. Now I know I was missing the chat because the chat window was so small. Yeah, definitely got a lot of tablets, Aaron, for sure. My brother said he Googled it already. My bad, brother. You know how I meander. I would have gotten there. I would have gotten there eventually. She doesn't need to know. It will be our secret. You would absolutely love it. I swear. Vietnamese iced coffee. That stuff wires me like 2 days. Whoa. Vietnamese? You know, Amy tried to get me to drink some mushroom coffee. And I about threw up just hearing that sentence be said. Mushroom coffee. Like, what? That don't even compute. Same obsession, 100%. She ain't. Do you suffer from the same obsession, or are you offering counseling? I do. They did electric and a lot of appliances. Yeah, definitely. She Inc. A lot of industrial design. I like them. Mike, what's going on? I didn't even see Mike slide in here. Let's get the air horns going for Mike. I didn't even see Mike slide in here. Mr. Mike in the building. I've been wondering when you'd be back. Yeah, I had to get the site done. I had to put my head down and focus on the site. So I got off social. I got off all my socials. So I didn't do any social nothing for a week. Had to get the site done. You know what was so funny? My business name was wrong too. I had to change my business from a corporation to an LLC. Like, I don't know what I was doing when I made a corporation. I'm like, I don't want to be a corporation. Calm down. It's just one guy. I had to then I had to get my business bank account working. Right. So that took a while because I had to change all of my business structure to get the bank account situated. The site, the account, dealing with also the nibs were kind of finalized. Not the sheaths, but just the nibs. Again, I'm putting another order in to get some that are, I might even be able to get some that'll fit into actual Supernote pins. I'm trying to get that size perfect because that's a specific size right there. There's no leeway in that because it's ceramic and metal. Neither one of those give. So you got to be very precise in that. But getting a lot of like foundational stuff together. The site was the big thing. Now that I have a place to put all the stuff that I write and have it be able to be commented on, have an expandable store, all kinds of stuff that this site offers me the ability to do. I felt like it was super important. Were the mushrooms psychedelic? No, they weren't psychedelic mushrooms either. That's what made it so crazy. I'm a vegetarian, right? But when I was in college, I was put off of mushrooms by going to the cafeteria and asking for a vegetarian hamburger, and it being a big portobello mushroom on a bun. That portobello mushroom looked crazy, chat. It was slimy. It looked crazy. I took one bite and almost threw up. I might have thrown up. And this was at a time in my life when I had to spend the night in the library. So if you haven't heard the story, my last stint in college, I had to I didn't have a car at that time. And I was going to school by the bus. And because my science lab went so long into the evening, the last bus would leave the city, because I was in a different city going to school, would leave the city that I was in, Oswego, and I'm trying to get back to Syracuse. So it's an hour drive or an hour and a half or whatever, but the bus would leave at 5 and my lab would end at 5:30. So I would have to sleep at school 3 nights a week because my lab would be 3 nights a week. So 3 nights a week I would be sleeping at the school. And man, I was sick as a dog that night after eating that portobello mushroom burger. Never again. Oh, I like mushrooms, but not big ones. Show me the small, petite, white ones. I'm good. I'm good with that. I'm still waiting for my trial orange Hardmellow 2 to ship. Oh my goodness. That's right. They do make a Hardmellow 2, don't they? That's good to know, Yonda. I have to get that now. I'm semi-obsessed with orange now. I don't know why. I'm semi-obsessed. I was never even an orange person before YouTube. But now, put the oranges up. They didn't cook it right. They probably didn't. They probably didn't cook the portobello mushroom right at all. I mean, we're talking about a school cafeteria here, so they get pizza wrong. You know what I mean? And it was a college too, so you know they didn't care. You know what I'm saying? Big up to Oswego State. That's where I went to college at. Big up to the Oswego State Lakers. What else we got here? Oh, let's go and see what else. I think that's it. I think that's all of the Android stuff. Apple has the WWDC coming up, you guys. That's coming up, I think, on the 9th of June. Let's check that out. Apple has WWDC coming up here June 9th, if I'm not mistaken. When? Yep, June 9th to June 13th is WWDC. Now, I don't really care about Apple's developer stuff, but I do really care about the fact that they're going to be doing a new operating system redesign. That's one of the reasons I stopped buying iPhones, because the operating system just got long in the tooth. It just got really dated really quickly. Like iPhone OS. Like, iPhone operating system has looked dated for a very long time. Like, legitly long time. Like, I can't take it. It looked the same for so. I think it's been the same since. Like, we're going on 7 years we've been dealing with this look. 8 maybe. The better part of a decade we've been dealing with the same iOS look. I can't. I need something fresh, okay? Now, this is interesting. The WWDC is interesting to me because they're coming out with a unified operating system. So Apple is reportedly coming out with a unified operating system design throughout all of their products. So when you look at your iPhone, when you look at your Mac, when you look at your iPad, when you look at your Apple Vision Pro, they're all going to have a very similar design language about them. And that design language is from what I understand, heavily influenced by the Apple Vision Pro's operating system, the Vision OS. I'm here for that. I'm here for some unification. I'm here for it looking new. I'm here for it looking better and not so stale. Like iOS has been stale for a very long time to me. And it's good to see that they're doing something different. Now, what's even more interesting to me about this particular unification for the operating systems is that not only are they making everything look the same, they're changing the number scheme, right? I love that. So the new number scheme, the new numbering scheme is going to be by the year. So when we get the new iPhones, it's going to be iOS 26. You know what? Which begs the question. Even though it's coming out in 2025, they're doing like what cars do. They're doing it for the year after. So silly. Let's go to the chat real quick. 3 Kindles, 2 iPads, Nomad, Manta, Go 10.3, Go 7. Oh my goodness. You guys, you need to start your own channel, eInk. You got enough devices. And 2 Samsung tablets. Do you use Dex, eInk? I don't know if we talked about Dex before. I'm super interested in Dex. Tablet Tech says eInk, respect. For me, nice collection. Absolutely nice collection. And the Tab Mini C and the MobiScribe Wave. How could you forget the Tab Mini C? Do you still own all of them? That's Dr. Nerdy Ninja. 2 iPad Pros, 1 iPad 3, 2 MacBook Airs, 1 Mac. Look at my brother trying to stunt. Listen, it's only stunting if you're talking about eInk tablets, okay? You never mind. She did bring up Samsung tablets. Never mind. I debunked my own self. Dr. Ninja said, I went from my e-ink addiction to keyboard addiction. It's always something. I've had a keyboard addiction since I can remember. I've always liked really nice clicky keyboards. But like with gaming, I'm upsetting myself with that clicky keyboard. I had to go get one that was muted. It's still mechanical and somewhat clicky, but it's muted, which helps a little bit. And in the world of clicky keyboards, that's usually a lot. So, blah, 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 blah. Lordy, I've been trying to sell some of them. I own 8 keyboards right now. Whoa. I got 4 and I'm feeling like overrun. All right, so yeah, WWDC coming up on the 9th, and we're going to be talking about, and like I said, I'm interested just because of the new rework to the operating systems. They're gonna throw a new fresh coat of paint on iOS for the phone, iOS for the tablet, and the operating system for the Mac. And I'm here for it. I'm super here for it. Oh snap, Max! The first super on the live. Let's get the horns going. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, bum, bum. Thanks, Max. I appreciate it. I gotta listen. I want to talk about the project I want to work with Max on so bad right now, but I can't because it's top secret. It's top secret. But man, Max. When we get, you know what? Now that the live is going this late, we might have to do this conversation tomorrow. But tomorrow Saturday. No, I'll hit you up Monday, Max. Monday, I'm gonna hit you up, and I'm spilling the beans. You'll get the full details Monday. You're gonna be excited. You're gonna be excited, Max. I'm excited, and when everyone else finds out, they're gonna be excited too. It's gonna be awesome. I can't stop smiling now that I've brought it up. But let's stop smiling because I got a show to do. Okay. What else we got next here? The chat says, where did they get the 26 from? So the 26 is the year. So they're the naming convention for all the operating systems for Apple is going to be the year now. So no more Catalina for OS 10. No more Sequoia. You know what I mean? No naming it after a private park in California. I said private. National parks in California. That's done. So that what they're going to do is it's going to be OS 10 26 and iOS 26, iPad OS 26. I'm hoping that's what they do. Yep, Mac OS 26. Yep, iOS 26. Yep, I'm looking at it right here. So they're going with 26. They're naming it after the year, but since they're doing what cars do. They're just going up a year. Edgy, I got to mention my Pixel 9 Pro. Yo, the Pixel 10 was showed in public a few days ago. So someone caught them on camera making a commercial for it. I really want a mechanical keyboard like old school typing. My neighbors would riot. I'm already singing at all hours. Yeah, listen. That's why I can't game past a certain time. That's why I had to go get the muted keyboard. Cause like Amy has to work, and you can hear the. Hold on, let me go get it. I can't. So this is one of the ones. This is a Razer mechanical keyboard. I shouldn't even have this thing. It's just too loud. This is what Amy hears if I try to game on this at night. This is the keyboard here. This is what she hears with the mouse. Bro, they're shooting. They shooting. Get out of the way. I'm throwing a grenade. I'm already loud. And then you throw. Oh my God. It's untenable. It's totally untenable, chat. It's not doable. No one wants that. No one wants those problems. No one wants those problems. All right. What else we got here to talk about? Because we got a ton. We got a metric ton to talk about. It's been so long. I might have to save some of this for another live. I might have to do a midweek live just to get some of the rest of this stuff out. It's been a minute. I miss you guys. I really do. Thanks for showing up too. I appreciate you guys for being here. We're gonna work on what we're gonna do on this Friday live. We're gonna do this Friday live, and we're gonna work on how we can make it a good Friday live. Because it's gonna have to be different than what we did during the morning lives. We can't do the same thing. It's a whole different vibe at night. We got to do a nighttime vibe show. You know what? It's CJ. It's so funny. You know, let's go. I'm gonna go get the muted one. Okay. So, whoa, that's a good look right there. Wow. That's a good look. You know what? I would. We should do the show like this. We should do the show like this, chat. This would be an awesome show, would it not? Look at this look. This look is awesome. I mean, I don't have a table or anything right here, but listen, that's a good look. That's a good look. All right, so anyway, this is the muted mechanical keyboard. This the muted one. Still loud, but nowhere near as obnoxious as that other one. Nowhere near as obnoxious. And I like the fact that it's small. This is like the size of the keyboard that's in the MacBook Pro. Smaller than the keyboard that's in the MacBook Pro. Well, in some ways, smaller. But yeah, I like the smallness of it. This is the gaming one. I only need WASD, okay, on this one. We don't need much else. Okay, that's it. But okay, let's go put this away. All right, chat. What do we got? What do we got in the chat right now? That's too bad, Rod. If they were clackier, it would be rough. My wife complains about my keyboards all the time. I'm telling you, like it's so bad. It's so bad. Like Amy would never complain, right? She's such a sweetheart. But I know it will be eating her up. She would start to resent me after a while. Me and my brother was talking about resentment today on the phone. And we both agree, once resentment sets in, it's a done deal. So we don't need the resentment. We don't need the resentment. I'm using the muted keyboard, not the clanky one at night. Unless I need the function keys, which I rarely need, because there are no function keys on the muted one. Then I have to do that one clink, and then we're good to go. Laugh out loud. Yes, I heard my keyboards for the first time with my hearing aids, and they are obnoxious. Posted a tiny bit in on the Discord. Oh, I'm about to check that out. That is hilarious. You know what's so funny is I don't know how loud it is. I want to know. I might have her come in here and type on it while I'm in the living room to see how obnoxious I sound when I'm in here, going hard. Just bought a Newfie with blush switches. Ooh, which are supposed to be very quiet. Can't wait to get it. My Mel Geek 02 is pretty quiet, not obnoxious at all. That's what I'm looking for. I want a mechanical keyboard that's not obnoxious, because I just love the feel and the look of a mechanical keyboard. I just don't want to be obnoxious. Larry says you need to have the mic closer. Oh, you know what? You're right. I didn't even have the mic pointed down to that. Believe me, it's obnoxious. You know, I might have to do a ASMR with that one day. I find it obnoxious, but I'm sure someone loves it. I don't know if I can type on a 60% board. Just feels so smushed. I need my arrow keys. Yes, the arrow keys is one thing that bothers me. That's like the kicker right there, because you can't move the cursor around without a modification key. Which I don't mind the mod keys. You know what I mean? This keyboard has 3 mod keys. Like, so I don't mind the mod keys so much because I make macros as well. But you're right. 60% does get tough. That's why I have to have 2 keyboards when I'm using my 60% keyboard. My full keyboard is right on top of it whenever I'm using it because I can't deal without those keys. And using modification keys when you're in the heat of battle sometimes, or when you're just, or when you're like in a flow, you know what I'm saying? You're doing the shortcuts and then you try to add a modification key in there with the shortcut. Calm down. Okay, just stop. Use the full size keyboard. Did YouTube delete my comment? Oh, what comment was that? It was great hanging out with y'all. I gotta get some woodworking in. Who leaves a live chat to go do woodworking? My brother does. Love you, brother. And I'm sure I'll catch up with you soon. Thanks for stopping in. I love ASMR videos. Very relaxing to me. Yeah, they are. They're very good. And like I said, no matter what sounds you like or dislike, someone loves it. For the mic, I was talking about if you sat back when you do the show, you would need to bring the mic. Yeah, I would. If I do this, all right, peace, bro. If I did this, I love this look. This look is so awesome. I would do a whole show with this look. Maybe I should do like a Q&A. Maybe I'll do a Q&A with that look, where I'm just like answering questions. I got my phone. I don't even like. I'll put. Do I have that? I got my lavalier mic somewhere. I'll throw a lavalier mic on. It'd be good to go. It'll be a good time. All right, what else we got here? Oh boy. It's been 2 hours. Okay, chat. Listen, we're gonna go over the rest of these topics. I'm gonna do a midweek show, even though like I'm gonna do probably some impromptu lives sometimes. The Friday live was going to happen no matter what because we all voted on it and we all wanted it. So that's going to happen no matter what. But I'm going to do some midweek lives on just random stuff. I'll just pop in, do a live. You know, I'll try to let you guys know if I want to do one impromptu. But I'm going to probably do some of those too because I got tons of stuff I want to talk about and I wasn't able to get to any of it tonight. We didn't get to the articles on the site. We didn't get to the videos that's coming this week, which I wanted to talk about and preface everybody and prepare everybody for. Because I got a few videos coming this week, but I'm definitely looking forward to getting more of this information out. But yeah, 2 hours. Man, where did the time go? When we get together, time flies, you guys. Chat, you guys are the best. I gotta tell you, you guys are the best. All right. Before I get out here, plug the Discord. If you haven't joined the Discord, there is a link in the description of this video right now. Join the Discord. Continue the conversation. The fine people you see in the chat right now, 90% of them are in the Discord. And they are having conversations about eInk, technology, 3D printing, which I have 2 really good 3D printing stories I wanted to talk about. We're definitely going to do a midweek live. We're definitely going to have to do the midweek live. Absolutely. Coffee and Rants catch up chat. Absolutely. There we go. We definitely going to have to do that. Jay's like 3 hour show. I respect it, Jay. I respect it. Let's get this outro music going. Can we get the outro music? Oh, where's the outro? Oh, okay, there we go. All right. Thanks everyone for joining me. This has been a blast, especially on a Friday. TGIF, everyone. I hope everyone's having a great weekend, and I hope you have a great weekend. I hope you had a good Memorial Day holiday. Hope you got some barbecue in. Hope you got out. Listen, I know you guys are worried about me. Like the shooting over in Fairmount Park in Philadelphia made national news. I know you guys are like, oh, we hear him talking about Fairmount Park all the time. He's probably riding his one wheel over there right now. I wasn't there. Even though I live right next to Fairmount Park, I wasn't a part of the shenanigans. So your boy's okay. Your boy's okay. I'm in Philly, but I'm staying safe. Okay, I'm staying safe. Thanks to everyone for joining me. Again, we're gonna do these live streams. The new day is Friday at 7 p.m. Eastern time to kind of whenever. We did 2 hours a night. We might do 3 the next night. We never know. But impromptu lives throughout the week too. So you guys stay tuned for that. All right, everyone. Thank you for joining me. I appreciate everyone. I appreciate your patience. It's been fun. It's been a long time since I've seen everyone. So it's good to see everyone in the chat. And I look forward to seeing more of you guys here coming in the week. All right, everyone. Thanks for joining me. And until next time, take care.